everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a world where the mundane becomes magical. Imagine you're in the heart of a bustling, vibrant 3D cartoon city. Skyscrapers are painted in neon. The streets are slick with recent rain, reflecting the dazzling city lights. And there's this electric energy in the air. You're standing at a busy intersection, waiting for the light to change. Just another ordinary day, right? Wrong. Suddenly, a beat drops. A funky, infectious rhythm starts pulsing through the air. You look around, wondering where it's coming from, and then you see it. The traffic light, the standard, boring old traffic light, starts to twitch. Its red, yellow, and green lights begin to flash in perfect time with the music. It's not just flashing, it's dancing. Its metal pole bends and sways. The walk don't walk signs shimmy, and the whole thing comes alive with a personality you never thought a piece of city infrastructure could have. The cars, sleek and stylized cartoon vehicles, screech to a halt, not in a panic, but in sheer, wide-eyed astonishment. Drivers pop their heads out of windows, their faces a perfect picture of disbelief turning into delight. The little red man on the crosswalk signal, instead of just standing there, starts doing the running man. The green walking figure grooves with a little salsa step. It's a full-on party at the intersection, and the traffic light is the star of the show. People on the sidewalks, who were just moments ago rushing to their next destination, stop in their tracks. Phones come out, but not everyone is recording. Most are just captivated, their faces lit up with smiles. A little girl on her father's shoulders starts clapping along to the beat. An old man, who was probably just on his way to buy a newspaper, tips his hat and does a little two-step. The energy is absolutely contagious. It's pure, unadulterated joy spreading through the crowd. And it's not just the humans. A flock of city pigeons, usually just pecking at crumbs, gets into the spirit. They puff out their chests and start bobbing their heads, their little feet tapping on the pavement, forming an adorable, feathered dance crew. They hop and spin, perfectly in sync with the rhythm, adding another layer of surreal fun to the whole scene. The entire crossing has transformed from a place of transit into a spontaneous stage for happiness. The animation is just spectacular. Every movement is so fluid and rhythmic. The traffic lights dance is a mix of classic street moves and quirky, mechanical twists. The neon reflections on the wet pavement dance along with it, creating a kaleidoscopic light show. The cinematic lighting gives everything this warm, magical glow, making the cartoon city feel both larger than life and incredibly welcoming. It's a moment of pure, unexpected fun, a reminder that there's magic to be found in the most everyday places. As the song reaches its crescendo, the traffic light does one final spectacular spin, its lights flashing in a rainbow finale. Then, as the music fades, it snaps back into its normal upright position. The light turns green for the cars. For a second, there's a stunned silence. Then, the entire crowd erupts in cheers and applause. The drivers honk their horns, not in frustration, but in appreciation. The spell is broken, but the smiles remain. People look at each other, strangers sharing a special, secret moment. What a truly amazing piece of art! It's a celebration of creativity, joy, and the power of music to bring everyone together. It shows us that even in our routine, structured lives, there's always room for a little dance. It's a perfect blend of stunning visuals and a heartwarming story. What do you guys think? What object would you love to see come to life and dance? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching. And if you enjoyed this little dose of happiness, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you don't miss our next adventure. See you next time.